Thanks so much. I want to touch on some basics and some things that I've developed as foundational practices or approaches or philosophies. And one of the first ones, I actually started my career entry level as a volunteer coordinator more than about 25 years ago with Project Open Hand here in San Francisco. We worked closely with Shanti. And in the training on that job, I heard this phrase from a Shanti workshop volunteer engagement trainer that has just stayed with me throughout and inspired my entire career. And it's so simple. So if you remember nothing else from today, remember this one sentence and always center back to it when you're designing however complex a strategic plan or however simple or even a little post-it note on your computer, that every interaction with a volunteer is an invitation to stay or an invitation to go. But I really want to hammer it home that at any given time, someone could be a potential volunteer in one role, a current volunteer, a board member, a fan, someone who follows you on social media, who shares your posts regularly. They could potentially be a future paid staff member. They could be a current or future board member. They could be a current or future donor. So someone can be in and out of a lot of different roles in advocating, supporting, connecting with your agency, and not only as a volunteer, or not to think of people as we have to get warm bodies in here volunteer, but we're talking about our peers and our community members. So every interaction, whether that's them going to the website and having to click through 5 or 6 or 7 things to even find out how to volunteer, that can turn somebody off right away. That could be a barrier. If your website or other recruitment material doesn't have alt text or isn't accessible, or if the roles themselves aren't necessarily accessible, there's a lot of ways that people can hear about your organization, but there's also a lot of ways where your organization and recruitment of volunteers gets lost in the noise of our very busy, high-tech everyday lives. So think about less of the traditional marketing of a pyramid or a ladder, and think about this more holistically as community engagement. And however someone wants to support or connect with your agency, meet them where they are, what they're able to give of their time, of their talent. If they also want to be donors, there's a huge Venn diagram overlap between volunteers and donors typically. And we want to think of any kind of interaction as not transactional in a business sense, but ideally, even if it's for a few minutes of a little fun-sized micro volunteering opportunity or several days or a few hours or several months or years with you, that it's transformational both for the volunteer and the organization, and it's of benefit to the community as well.